There was plenty to keep us entertained on telly over the weekend. Let's start with our Jane and Grace in the jungle. Last night, newly elected camp leaders Barry and Danny revealed the new chores rota. And Jane wasn't best pleased.
We're going to start with washing up.
And for that role, we have chosen Jane and Talisa.
Oh, what?
Yes.
What? Is that because we're women?
No.
Two women and now two more women.
Listen. When we were looking at you for possible water, and I thought, look, you're 62 years old, you're kind of a year younger than me.
You're ageist and sexist.
No, it's not ageist and sexist. So we've started off brilliantly here.
I thought she said she wanted to do it when I left camp.
There you go.
Now, the audience, you all went, oh, about exactly the same time as we did, to be perfectly honest. Now, Jane isn't one to complain about stuff, Jude. No. She just wants to get stuck in, doesn't she?
She does. And I mean, I think what I love about Jane is she'll just say it how it is and then she'll just move on. But, you know, we don't always see everything that's happening inside and what makes you feel a little bit frustrated or if you're not feeling like you want to be involved. And I can tell from Jane, she definitely wants to do a trial.
Yes.
You know, she is hands-on. That woman is robust. Like, she'll get in there. She doesn't mind, as you saw, from when she went in and she started the fire. So those things aside, regards to, you know, like gender roles, Jane is just like, I'll do whatever needs to be done. So I think as long as she feels like that, she'll be happy. But we've got to understand people are hungry, people are tired.
I think that's the main thing.
You know what I mean?
The hunger, the tiredness and the boredom. And Jane's not one to handle boredom at all. Because like you said,
she likes to be still.
And you can see, because every time they come up with who's doing the trial, you can see she's the only one when she's not picked goes, oh, and that's genuine.
Yeah.
She wants to do something.
She's gone in there because she wants to do it.
Exactly. Did you have any of the gender issues when you did it?
I think so. Like, I found at one point I got put on fire duty with one of the other guys in camp, and it was literally like I just didn't exist. It was like I never got asked to really do the fire while he was making the plans of what to do with fire. I was not, you know, a part of those decisions. So I just kind of felt very blocked out of that. And there were times when women made decisions, the men weren't happy with them. So I do think it does become a bit of a thing. But I think with these two, you know, like Danny straight away, you can tell, because he's so lovely. I don't know the other guy, but I feel like Danny straight away, you can tell he's like, but I thought she wanted to, because he would hate that.
I agree. I don't think Barry or Danny in any way meant anything.
No,
like
I don't think they did at all. At all. But, you know, little things become massive deals, when you're in the jungle. Now, we also saw tensions rise between Dean and Alan when Alan asked Dean to collect firewood.
OK, I didn't say how you think I meant it, but if you took it...
The hunger's setting in, isn't it?
That was starvation. I don't know about that.
No, I think that, you know what, like you said, like, things become a really big deal in there. And I think it's really easy when we're all sat at home watching, you forget that. And they've also been in there a bit longer than what we've seen. A lot of stuff has happened that we haven't seen. They've been separated from their normal lives a long time before you get out there.
But we saw that. We saw how Alan spoke to him when he was sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, that, to me, is even the way he then approaches, when Dean approaches him, it's quite threatening in a way. It's
confrontational.
Confrontational, that's the right word. And it's not nice. And
I feel there's like a Dean and Talisa type.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want someone else to do a challenge now. I'm bored.
Yeah.
But this is what ends up happening. The same people get the same challenge. And when you're in there, it's really frustrating.
It's really frustrating. You kind of want to get your teeth into it,
And it's trying to
you?
work out whether Dean keeps getting picked because, you know, people like to see him scared or whether they're picking him because they want to see him in something really horrible. But, I mean, with the whole thing with him and Talisa, I can't lie, I was watching it thinking, oh, Dean, please sing in the morning, because I think Talisa will check you. Check you real quick. We're going to be entertained.
Now, Maura obviously headed into the camp, didn't she, over the past few days? And she revealed on the show that prior to being on Love Island, she'd actually taken a look through her boyfriend's phone. Let's take a look at the clip.
Maybe I need to go through his phone. So anyways, that night, got the phone and I opened it.
Oh, no.
I didn't have a clue who that man was.
Hi. Ooh. Colleen, is there ever smoke without fire when it comes to checking your partner's phone?
No, I don't think there is. I think if you get to a point, I think if you've been fine and then all of a sudden things start to feel strange, I think women have great intuition.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we tend to not trust our gut as much as we should. But, yeah, I mean, I've done the same with an ex where, you know, I was constant, and I'm not that type at all. I would never go through someone's phone or spy on them, but it got to a situation where I was thinking something's not right, but I have no proof of it. And I was being told, oh, you're paranoid, there's something up with you. And I was thinking, well, maybe I am. So I started to, why all of a sudden? And eventually I found the proof. And my initial reaction wasn't devastation. It was like, yes, I knew I wasn't going mad. And I could go, liar.
Yeah.
And there was part of me thinking, why did you waste so much time? You should have trusted your gut, because you know yourself.
Do you think that someone always knows inside? Because I think when it happened to me, I knew. My gut was telling me something was up.
Yeah. Especially if you're not that type of person generally.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got friends who are super, super jealous if a guy even looks at someone, and that's the other extreme, and I'm not that person. But, yeah, I think I knew.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to confront it without the evidence so that they couldn't... Because every time I asked, it was a denial all the time.
Because I think when my gut sort of kicked in with a former partner of mine, it was my car that showed me what was going on. Because he would often borrow my car, and I just thought something's a bit off here. Because he would, if I was at work and I was working night shifts, he'd borrow my car because his wasn't working. And I thought something's not right. So what I started to do is I'd make note of the mileage on my car.
I would never think of that.
That's why she's my friend.
I'd write it down in the notebook, and then the next time I'd use the car, I'd make a note of the mileage that was on the car, and I'd work out the difference. And I sort of knew how far away this other person lived, and I'd worked out how many miles it was from my house, and so I then minus the mileage.
Genius!
I don't think I'd even be able to do the math.
And that confirmed it to me. I was like, if there's one thing you can't lie, going to your mum's house, your mum only lives 2 miles down the road.
Yeah.
There's a difference between 2 miles and 30 miles.
Wow.
And so I worked it out from that. I love doing detective work.
Yes, genius.
I mean, I'm just going to write that down in case I ever check.
I won't got a whole load of tips,
thank
don't worry.
You know what?
worry.
I think your gut is one of the most powerful things. I love all of this gut there, because it speaks to me all the time. And I think we have to really acknowledge it a lot more. I do feel, though, if you're in a relationship and you feel like you need to check their phone, something is not right.
Yeah.
Even in the relationship, whether they're cheating or not. For me, I always give someone the chance. I'll simply say it to your face. Are you talking to somebody else? Are you sleeping with somebody? I'll just ask you straight out and allow you that moment to say yes or no, and then we move from there. But if you lie, like, I feel like, thank you for doing me the best job. That is giving me the opportunity to now leave. Because if I find out, then you've proven to me that you not only are deceptive, but you can lie to my face. And that's enough for me. I ain't got time to wait. I like my peace.